Alright, welcome to my Super Mario RPG Let's Play. Let's see what's going on here. Well, we have the opening cinematic, which is pretty impressive for a Super Nintendo game. You wouldn't really see a whole lot of this. Of course, we got Princess hanging out, and then we have Bowser coming in. Classic Mario story, right? So you come in, and you're like, alright, we got Bowser taking Peach. We have Mario coming in to save the day. Seems like a pretty classic story, right? Takes him back to her castle. Ooh. Yeah, I always thought this was really neat, just having these little cinematic sections to explain the story. You didn't have a whole lot of story in the original Mario games, even in Super Nintendo time. Now, this first section is more of like a mini tutorial, kind of, in a way. So I'm just going to fight random enemies and just kind of talk about some of my history with this game. In this time period, we had Super Nintendo and Sega, and I actually had a Sega. My parents bought Sega, so I didn't really play much Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo that I did play was at my best friend's house. Basically, he had a Super Nintendo. I didn't really play that many games. This is one of the few games that I do remember playing, actually, was Mario RPG. So a couple years ago, actually probably more than that, probably more like 4 or 5 years ago, I downloaded an emulator of this game and I beat it, but I got I looked up the quests and stuff, how to get the really OP items that made me basically invincible. So this time through, I'm just going to play based on what I remember. I'm just going to play and getting the items and doing the things that I feel like doing that I think are interesting while I'm playing. I'm no expert on this game. I don't know where everything is. So I'm just going to play it straight through and see how it goes. So yeah, this is the beginning, and you don't really need to do any of those battles except for that one. There's these little fire guys you could fight. I'm just going to skip past it and get right to the next part of the story. Uh-oh. Well, this doesn't look very good. Alright, so now we're in sort of the main chamber, the main area, and there's Princess Peach.
Don't let Bowser bruise you, Mario.
Mario, prepare yourself for the great beyond. So in this fight, basically you're sitting here and you're kind of beating up on Bowser, and you're thinking, yeah, I'm doing pretty good here. You're just kind of beating up on him, and it's kind of interesting because you're just kind of fighting him, and you're like, what's going on? Oh, here's a little hint.
Mario, the chain.
So it looks like you have to attack the chain. So I'm just going to go ahead and switch over to my special attack. And I'm just going to go ahead and jump the chain. So in a classic role-playing game, you can kind of select what you want to fight. And so I can select Bowser. Oh, look, I can select this Kink Link, and I can choose to attack this other thing. So that's the chain. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump that. Timed it right. Got the little... Ooh, that's a different attack. 1 damage. Like, this is just kind of the little intro battle. Do it one more time. And that's about it.
What was that sound? No! No! It's a chain reaction. Hang on, Kink Link. Yeah!
So, looks like Mario has this battle won. Good times. Or maybe not.
Humming Mario?
Fight, Mario. Fight.
Like I said, I like all these animations, these little story parts.
This should finish you.
I also thought it was kind of funny that Bowser's using a hammer there, which is usually a weapon that Mario uses, like from the original Donkey Kong game. Oh, I love that face on Bowser, his little crying face.
Wahaha! Did you think I was just gonna give her to you? You're always in my way. This is it. I'm gonna take you out, Mario. Funga! Foiled again.
Funga? What the hell does that mean? So after he's been falling for, I guess, like 100 stories, because we were falling for a little minute, I guess Bowser's gone. He's destroyed. At least that's what you think. And it looks like Mario's won the day.
Oh, Mario, you had me so worried. Let's get out of here. Shriek, Mario! I'm going to fall!
Oh, so sad. So this is where the game sort of gives you a hint, starts getting a little more interesting. So you have this classic Bowser fight, and now you have this giant sword. So when you first saw this, when I first saw this, playing it on Super Nintendo, it was just kind of like, what is this? Like, what's going on? I've never seen this character before in a Mario game. And then, of course, you get the title, Super Mario RPG. And you just knew like you were playing a different kind of game. There was something different about this. This wasn't your classic Mario game. And just, looking back on it now and knowing that, Square Enix and Nintendo, coming together in this one is just amazing. Here's like a little picture of the overworld. Get a little preview of some stuff you're going to see later on. And of course, it's still a Mario game, so you still have the warp pipes, right? You still have Toad, you still have all these classic characters that show up, but with whole new settings, whole new characters and enemies. So let's go see what happens next. I always like this part because Mario just like starts hanging there. He's not like walking around like a regular character. Alright, let's see Toad.
Hey, Mario! Lots of people use something called a door to go in and out of their houses. Anyway, I came to pick up Toadstool since she's a bit late.
And what do you get? Classic Mario theme. Awesome. So you kind of have to jump off to get going, and here you go, you're already moving around. One thing I like to point out in this game are beds. Beds are awesome. You can just bounce around on those. I can just do this all day. Another thing you could do with this room, there isn't a whole lot you could do, but another thing you could do is you can actually click this little light off, and I'm pretty sure it brings you back to full health. I'm already at full health. I'm going to do it anyway. So Mario goes ahead and goes to sleep, and it's like classic Japanese style. He has this little bubble coming out of his nose when he's sleeping. Weird, right? And you got to push the jump button to get back up. So now we're up and we're running around. Now we can go ahead and progress the story forward a little bit. You can explore back here. There's some hidden stuff, I think. I don't know if it's in this part of the game, but I'm just going to go ahead and save. I have a couple different saves. I don't need this one, though. So I'm going to save over this. Level 1. So let's talk to Toad and see what's going on. What happened at that castle?
Hey, I thought the princess was here with you, Mario. So where is she? Mario? What's with the silent treatment? You're not telling me something. It's Bowser again, isn't it? Oh no, here we go again. Mario, would you please bring her back like you always do?
And of course I'm Mario, so I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna try to save Princess. So here's kind of the overworld screen. You can only access new areas when you open them up. So I can only go back to Bowser's Keep, and I can go see what happens when I go there. Looks like we're getting another cinematic.
Halt! Who goes there? A trespasser. This castle now belongs to us, and the Smithy gang. It's our first step towards taking over this world. And if it weren't for nosy characters like you, we'd practically own this world. So let's see you deal with this.
This is like, why is there a giant sword sticking out of Bowser's castle? What is going on? I always like this one picture coming up. Yeah, it just seems like so much little despair. Like you lost the princess, she's gone forever. What are you gonna do? Nothing to do but to go back and see what Toad says now. He's not in the main area, you gotta go ahead and talk to him. And this is gonna be sort of one of a really short story explanations that Mario comes up with, just like in the classic games Mario doesn't talk. And I really like every one of these. This one's probably the shortest one though.
You're back so soon? Did you forget something? No? What happened then?
And so Mario sort of gives this little explanation there. I like all these animations.
The bridge to Bowser's Keep is out now? Just wonderful. We must inform the Chancellor of the Mushroom Kingdom at once. Let's go, Mario.
So, now we're going to go together. And I'm just going to play it safe and save again. I might not even show me saving the game. I'll probably just skip anything that I feel is like really redundant, any battles are just going on too long, or because some of this game, you know, it's a role-playing game, so a lot of it is just fighting random enemies, and so I might just skip to the parts that are interesting. Before we can go though, Toad has some more things to share with us.
Oops. Excuse me. Oh, that bump on your head reduced your HP level. One of Mushroom Kingdom's famous items ought to perk you right up.
And so of course, what's the item? Mushroom. Classic. And then he's going to ask you how, I'm going to skip past this, but there's like some tutorial parts you can do. Little Goomba comes out, and I'll just explain that myself rather than have Toad explain it. I like how I explain it, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip past this. Yes. So, Goomba runs away, and now I can sort of move on to the next part of the game. And so at this point, now I can actually fight enemies, and I can gain experience. I can increase my strength. And so I got 3 mushrooms now, so you're basically set. I mean, this is the beginning of the game. These enemies do so little damage. You probably don't even really need items. But it's time to do a little bit of a grind, okay? So random enemies will come out. This time I happen to get 3. So I'm going to go ahead and beat these guys up real fast. And I'll be able to move on to the next one. And I'll explain some of the things I really like about this game. I'm just doing a really good job blocking right now. I'm not always that good. So you beat 3 enemies, you get 3 experience. Pretty simple so far. And so, oh, there's Toad. He's sort of trapped up there, and if you help him, you get some items. So let me explain some of the things I like about this game. And so when you're attacking in a role-playing game, you kind of have a couple different options, right? You can do your basic attack. In this game, you can defend, which you never use. It's pointless. Special attacks, which help you do more damage and do different kinds of attacks. It takes 3 flower points, which is their mana, and I have 10 total right now. I can also use an item. So I'm just going to go into the basic attack. Now, what's cool about basically everything in this game, the attacks, items, everything, is you have time. So if I push this button and I time it right, I do 2 hits and you get a special chime letting you know. Same thing with defense, how Mario ducked right there. That was me successfully timing my defense, and I took 0 damage. Sometimes you'll take damage anyway. It's a random number generator, but you basically reduce the amount of damage you do. And I mean, that just makes the game so much more interesting to me. Usually you just kind of sit there and watch your characters attack or defend. In this game, you actually have to actively watch and time everything. I mean, at this point, you take so little damage, and these guys will die with 1 hit anyway. But, I mean, it helps to practice for later on in the game. And we got another 3 experience. And so another thing I like about this game is the isometric view. It's a Mario game, so you need some kind of platforming, right, if you want it to be like a Mario game. But it's kind of hard to control yourself in this 3D isometric view. I mean, you never play Mario this way. So some things that they do to help you is they put these little shadows here, and so that kind of helps you know where you are. So now I'm getting coins, I'm jumping, and so this is kind of like a little tutorial here. In these classic games, they have to come up with interesting ways to teach you how to play it. So we got a new enemy here. The only real difference is I think they have a little more HP. So if you don't nail, oh yeah, it takes more than 1 hit actually. Luckily I'm nailing my defense here. I'm down to 11 HP. I might use a mushroom soon. So let's take that guy out. Oh, getting hurt. So I'm going to go ahead and use a mushroom before I die. Back up to full health. Pretty simple. I'm just going to keep fighting some random enemies, trying to gain some more experience points. I mean, basically this game, overall, I don't think is that difficult. I mean, whether you get the OP items or not really changes things. But I mean, you could always overlevel, you can always overtrain, make yourself a lot stronger than some of the other enemies in the level. That's always kind of an option, is like how long do you want to sit there and grind it out. I'm going to check my status real fast. So I need, next level is at 4 experience, that's on the bottom. So I'm about to level up, so I'm going to go ahead and just skip straight to saving Toad, get some more coins. And so this is Toad's going to give me some items if I help him out here. So it's really helpful.
Phew, my life was flashing before my eyes for a second there. Here's a little something in return.
Alright, so I got honey syrup, and that's going to allow me to raise my mana during battles. So that'll be really helpful. I haven't leveled up yet. Oh, there we go. This battle's going to level me up. Go ahead and take these guys out. And there's a level up bonus. So from what I understand, I read a couple things online before I started playing, but it doesn't really seem to matter what you choose. You can raise your POW, which is sort of like your attack and your defense. You can raise your HP, or you can raise your special attack and special defense. And usually one of them is better each level. And so it's sort of like a rotation. You can always choose the one that will give you the most stat points. So this one is 2, this one is 3, and this one is 4. So I guess I'll just take special this time. I know Mario's attacks are pretty powerful in this game. I mean, he's Mario. He's the one character you have to keep on your team the whole time. So I'm going to go ahead and take this guy out because I want to show this fun little thing. Alright, so timing attacks, another good thing about them is they give you special little bonuses. So that one gave me HP max. So if I didn't have full health, it would give me full health. So pretty awesome. You don't need to use items then. You never know when they're going to come out. So another 3 experience. And so what's fun about this is that you got to time it. You could sort of launch off in different directions. I think the top one just has a Goomba. So I'm going to fight another one of these guys, but I'm pretty sure I could take him out in one hit now. I'm probably going to try to play this run with as few items as possible. That's what I'm kind of used to. So I'm going to probably try to do that, and we'll see how it goes.
Oh boy, that was a close call. Here's a token of my appreciation.
So a flower tab actually is an item screen, and that's going to actually increase my total flowers by 1. So now I have 12 total, and it actually gives you full flowers too. So if I had been using my special move, I would have just got full special again. So I'm going to go ahead and go on, and we're going to go to the first... Oh yeah, I always forget about this part. So you can't fight this guy up here, but you can fight these little spiky dudes. They don't seem to give any extra experience, and they actually have 2 different attacks, and they have a lot of HP. So I don't really know the point of fighting them really, but I'm just going to take them out. I don't think I'm going to reach level 3 before this next part. I'll go ahead and double check, see how much I need. So check your status, and a 24 XP. Yeah, next level is at 24. So I'm not going to wait that long. I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next point. Alright, so now we're back to this is the first mini boss. Let's check him out.
Hey, you looking at me? My hammer and I don't like you.
Mario, you better be careful. He's definitely got a mean streak.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of that.
Now you got my hammer angry. You shouldn't have done that.
So they kind of trick you. You see one guy, they give you 2. But that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and use my jump attacks, try to take these guys out as quickly as possible. Miss. Sometimes they use the special, sometimes they don't. And I'm not even sure how to block that, truthfully. I'm just going to use jump twice, just to make sure I take him out. There we go. You get a bunch of bonus coins for beating him. And then I'm pretty sure the second guy uses Valor up. And so that's like a little bonus for him, so he has higher defense now. So I only do 21 damage. Luckily he didn't use the special though. His special does a lot more damage. Okay, so I'm out of special, so I'm just gonna go with my basic attack. Oh, I'm really lucky this time. He's just using his basic attack over and over again. It's really easy to defend. Yep. This battle's gonna be no problem. Man, that defense really helps him out though. There we go. So I took out the first mini boss, and I'll be able to go to the first town. Looks like we found something though. Let's see what Toad has to say about it.
Thanks, Mario. I was running so fast, I wasn't watching where I was going. Mushroom Kingdom is just ahead. We're almost there, Mario. Hey, where did this hammer come from? Hey, do you know what this is? It has the Hammer Bros insignia on it. No one stands a chance against you when you want one with this.
You never know. It might come in handy. Sweet, so now I have a hammer, And now I have my first item too.
Let's move around. I'll see you in Mushroom Kingdom.
So I can go ahead and equip that. I actually have to equip that right here. And so that's basically my first weapon, and that's going to increase my basic attack. Now there's some armor you can buy and some accessories. These do a variety of things, so we'll look at those when we get them. One of the coolest things I think about this game is, like I mentioned earlier, you have the timing attacks with the basic attacks. And now that I have a hammer, my attack is different. So literally my character and my timings are different too, and so you have to kind of relearn each of that stuff. One thing I like about the towns is that there's a lot to like explore and look around. The characters are pretty interesting. They kind of have funny story elements, and you could jump on their head. I mean, how many games can you just jump on a head and ride around on a guy? This is especially interesting down here, actually. I loved to do this when I was younger. As a little kid, and if you time it right, you could jump on his head. And you think that's interesting, like, hey, that was cool. Like, did they program it? Look, there's a little animation there for you for figuring that out. I love that part. So you can just come in here and talk to people. Let's say we got Old Man right here. We'll do Old Man.
It's so nice to see you, our young ones, having a good time.
Oh, thanks, Old Man. I like to jump up here just to see if there's any sort of hidden chests or anything. Let's see. I think there's something in here. Alright, so this is interesting. Like I said, it's cool to talk to characters because you get a little story. So check this out.
Say, Mario, guess what?
Rainy isn't just a friend anymore. We're getting married. Oh, that's sweet. And if you notice, he's named. He's actually named characters.
Do you know what happened? Do you happen to know of a good wedding chapel?
And so these characters are going to show up later. I think a lot later in the game. Like, we probably won't even remember talking to these guys, but it's interesting that they put them this early in the game. Wedding chapel, they all come together later in the game. Another interesting character is up here, I think. Yeah, this kid. This kid likes to jump. He wants to be like Mario. I'm going to check for some more special items. And so you can sort of talk to him, and he's like,
1, 2, 3. Think if I practice enough, I'll jump as high as you, Mario?
and you can say like, sure, or yeah, right, kid. And if you say, yeah, right, kid,
Thanks a bunch.
he just stops jumping. But that's actually not my favorite part. My favorite part is to tell him yes, and then he starts jumping even faster. And then you can sort of jump on his head, and it just looks like really funny. There's no special animation for this, but I always loved doing this. Once again, when I was a kid playing this game, I really enjoyed these little extra, little bonus scenes and stuff. So we can go ahead and go in here. There's the, this is the end, is where you could save. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and save. There we go. And some ends are more interesting than others. So this one, I don't think it has anything up here. I'm just going to go check it out. Yeah, it's just a guy sleeping. You can jump from one bed to the other. Yeah, jumping on your head, jumping on your head. So that's kind of interesting. Where is he? There he is. What's going on with this guy?
Don't talk to me now.
Oh, this is pretty serious. Looks like he's playing Game Boy. That's cool, I guess. And so this is the item shop. I think there's some story stuff going on here. So let's just talk to this. There's another old man, and let's see what he says.
Mario, what a pleasant surprise. One of Frog Fuchsia's grandchildren is running errands in town today. I haven't seen him, though. Oh, you here to shop? What are you looking for?
And so you can buy some basic items here, mushrooms. Pick-me-ups is like the standard. It's like the Phoenix Down. Costs 5 and you can bring characters back. Definitely want a couple of those. That's probably one of the few items you'll actually use. Shirt is like the armor. And then here's like the, these are the accessories. So you get jump shoes, and now I could jump attack any foe. So I guess I could jump attack those spiky guys. Or I can get an antidote pin which prevents poison. So pretty useful, but I'm just going to skip them for now. I can always buy them later if I want. And now I'm going to equip that shirt. And so now my defense goes up. And you'll get new items and new armor and things as you go throughout the game. So you just want to keep your eye out there. Oh, and if you jump on this, you get a little scene.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Get off there this minute.
So fun times. So if you go down here, like I said, there's like some secret stuff you could find. And this is sort of one of the first ones, I think. And there it is. You jump on this guy's head, and you get this little scene here. So that's kind of nice. You'll find these little secrets all over the world. So it's always kind of fun to explore and see if you can find anything. So that's the first sort of zone, the first area of the game. We can go to the castle and we can explore there maybe next time. So I'm just going to go ahead and save again. And I think that'll be it for my first time. I'll edit this down and see what I like about it. Thank you for watching my very first Mario RPG Let's Play. Please leave comments and let me know everything that you love, everything you hate. This is the very first one, so I'm sure it'll just get better from here, and it'd be great to hear what you think and what you have to say. See you next time.